Okay, so the plumber is finished. He's just wrapping it up on the other end, but doing a little video here. We have a new shut-off valve here on our side of the meter. It's pretty nice because at this point our little meter, the little blue wheel that normally was spinning slowly because we did have a leak, is dead stop, which is perfect. Now we're not losing water. And we've got new valve, new connection there, copper pipe all the way down. And so he ended up having to kind of go diagonally across under the sidewalk, just because of copper pipe. You don't want to bend it like at a 90. We were going to come across here, but he ended up coming out here a little ways. So I've already started burying the pipe. But there's a plastic sleeve to protect the copper pipe under the driveway coming across here, and that comes out here, it goes up to the end there. So just gotta fill back in the dirt and then put in some concrete, or probably concrete, because I was gonna do bricks, but kind of have a bad cut here. My bad. I started cutting and it went a little crooked. Then I started from the other side and it was better, but where I met it, it didn't meet very well. So anyway, we'll take care of that and get some new concrete in here. Okay, so the rest of the way up here is the pipe, copper pipe, all the way up here to the house. The plumber used a roll of copper, that way there's no solder joints under the ground. And then he put a new shut-off valve there, and a new hose bib, and then a new connection here for our irrigation. We're going to have a vacuum breaker there, the valve, and then we can go ahead and get back to our irrigation dilemma. Yeah, it's about 1:45 in the afternoon, and it's about 98, 99 degrees right now, so it's definitely getting hot. Okay, so it's about 2:15. Just doing some backfilling here, especially at the sidewalk and at the entrance to the driveway, because I don't want anybody like tripping or falling and then trying to sue us. So that part is pretty well backfilled right now. Probably pack it down a little, sprinkle it with water to help it settle. And I just started filling this in a little bit to cover up the copper pipe so it doesn't get super hot in the sun. Okay, it's a couple days later. It's now Thursday afternoon. The plumber was here on Tuesday. He completed that. I have a little bit of video from that already. I started filling in the trench with just a little bit of dirt across the driveway, and where the water meter was, I filled that in that day. I didn't want anybody to fall into the hole. And then just a little bit into the yard. The rest of it, I just threw a couple inches of dirt on to cover up the copper pipe, because I didn't want the sun cooking it, so we'd have 120-degree water coming in, cold water, which here in Arizona, you can turn on the cold water in the summer and you don't get cold water. It's usually warmer than your body temperature. So anyway, I wanted to cool that, so that was covered up. But then I quit in the early afternoon. I was pretty wiped out. I took a break yesterday. I didn't do anything. So today, filling in the rest of the trench. I'll show you a couple things here. So I already started filling in some of this. We noticed that we had a termite inspection yesterday, and where this bush was right here, it's funny because it had roots, this bush. It had roots, and like some clumps of roots, like this one. And that big root right there, and this clump was kind of right along, that big root was like right along here, going towards that water leak, and the other little small clump was right in that area. and it was like going in after the water. So it's amazing how plants are smart like that and they go after the water. But the termite inspection said that termites love moisture. They need the moisture, and also they like the cellulose from the plants, trees and wood and stuff. So they were super happy right there. They had water and wood and cellulose, so they were living great. But now we've removed the water leak, so that's good, and I removed the bush. That's gonna have to go in the trash in the dumpster. And so it continues. Maybe I'll be able to get back to this irrigation problem here pretty soon. The plumber did a good job. He put a shutoff valve here for our water coming in, and then I asked him, so we've got the hose bib here, and then we have this other piece coming over where this riser was for the siphon brake valve, or valve for the irrigation, just a manual valve with a vacuum breaker. So he capped it off so I can hook in I'm going to put in a new vacuum breaker right here with a valve. And then he also put a shutoff. I asked him to put a shutoff right before that so I don't have to shut the water off to the house just to install this. So that's good. And then I'll be able to get back to that. Right now, you might hear the water. I've got it running. Since these trees haven't been getting watered regularly, doing a slow soak on them, give them some water. And then I wet this trench down a little bit. I had, like I said, I had put, 3-4 inches of dirt just kind of sprinkled to cover up the copper pipe to keep it from getting hot. And that set for 2 days. And then I sprinkled it down with water to kind of help it settle down just a few minutes ago. And I've started backfilling it now. I went ahead and put the termite, that's a little termite bait station. We have bunches of them all around the house. And that's what they go in and eat that and take it back to their nest, and it does them in, which is, we don't want termites. Yeah, we had a problem with our garage door last year. I'll come over here and show you what started the termites. Well, they were already here, but they love this. They decided to eat this piece of wood frame right here. And we had an old style garage door, which was all one piece. Like from the 70s, it was just one big garage door that would open up like this and come down. And what happened was the termites had eaten this up enough. I couldn't see it from the outside, but the garage door was mounted, the garage door opener was mounted right here. And one day I came to open it, and this thing just buckled and collapsed, and the whole door fell down. And so the termite damage wasn't covered, but apparently the consequential damage of the door, which was damaged, was covered. So that we got a new garage door. Ended up having to frame this out because the original height was all the way up to here, which is like not quite 8 feet, 7 something. And the new garage door that they make is not big enough for that. So we had to frame this down and bring a piece all the way across so that it would pick up the space. And then we had to have a zero clearance rail installed because we have a beam, can't see it right here, but there's a beam that goes across. It's a support beam for the house up there, and the door wouldn't have clearance. We couldn't get it high enough, so they put in a zero clearance double rail basically. So this first part goes up into this rail, the top rail, and then the rest of it goes into the second rail. So that's kind of nifty. We're happy to get that done. Anyway, I'm getting back to the trench here. So you can see I filled in some of this right here, and I'm going to fill the rest in. So let's get back to it. So that was a little intermission. Sammy got home with some stuff from the store, so helped unload. And back at it. All right, so I'll show you something. Just moving the water for the trees here, but I'll wet this down a little more. Yeah, that's fun. So my phone shut down because of the heat. It said temperature, excessive temperature, shutting down. Yeah, it's done that before. It's probably 102 degrees out here, and in the shade it's not so bad. But phone didn't like it too much, so it cooled down. Now it's been 5 minutes or so. So let's see if I can switch this around. I'm gonna make sure I got water going on that tree. Yep, I do. Okay. If you're wondering why I kind of looked around there, I heard a wrought iron screen door slam, and we have a neighbor across the street that is not the most friendly, and we've had issues with him. And anyway, he slams his screen door all the time, so whenever I hear that sound, I kind of look, see if he's out or what's going on. I look over my shoulder. So the joys of some neighbors. See if I can get a better angle here. Here's why. I have noticed as I've gotten a little bit older, yes, I'm growing my beard, that working is good. It feels good. Working in the heat and sweating feels even better. It loosens up the joints and the stiffness, and I like to do it. I like to do it for a while until I get wiped out, and you know, make sure I drink plenty of water and electrolytes and stuff like that. But there's nothing like it. Good hard work, sweating. Now I'm not going to be out here in 110 degrees direct sunlight for 4 hours straight. No, I'm not doing that. But you know, 100 degrees, 102, a couple hours, making sure I'm hydrated. Heck yeah, it's good for you. It's good for me, at least. I don't know if it's good for you, but it's good for me. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm actually enjoying this right now. Got a cool little breeze. I'm standing in the shade of these trees and got this little breeze blowing. Feels like it's, with the breeze, feels like it's 75. So that's nice. All right. So my neighbor's come back. My crazy neighbor, he just pulled up, so watch my back. All right, it's see what we got. We got it pretty well filled in. I got a little bit of a hump here, which I want. I'm gonna wet it down some more in a little bit. That's good. Here, right here is a little low. I'll probably have to scrape some more dirt from along here, rake it out, and then put it down. Got some rocks in there, but that's okay. Okay guys, it's time for me to rehydrate. Be back in a few. Okay, I'm sitting here in the garage in the shade. It's actually cooler out there in the shade because the breeze is blowing. But I need to sit down for a minute, so I got my drink. So I got this, I didn't get it. My lovely wife got this. It's not a paid promotion. It's just Element. These guys are pretty good. They're got potassium, magnesium, salt, important stuff. And they're thirst quenching. I used to drink Gatorade, but that's got a lot of sugar in it. And I drink just water with like lemon juice in it, or lemon squeezed in it with some salt, and that's pretty good, with a little honey sometimes. They have a thing called Haymaker's Punch, which we haven't made yet and we'd like to. I know that's really thirst quenching and good for your body when you're sweating a lot. In the meantime, this stuff is good. All right, so I'm just gonna take a break here for 10 minutes or so. We'll take a walk back out here and see. I can't flip this camera around while I'm recording. I think I have to stop it and then flip it around. Looking at getting a different kind of camera. Oh yeah, that's much cooler. Got the breeze, feels good. So let's see. I'll try to flip this around again and see. Nope, it's not letting me. All right, well, I'm taking a break. Maybe you guys should take a break. Good commercial break. Time to go get up, get a cup of, if you're watching that at night and it's cold and you're on the East Coast, or you're maybe getting close to the hurricane, something warm, hot chocolate, nice cup of hot tea. But if you're in the daytime and it's hot, something nice and cold, or even just room temperature, believe it or not. Like this is not cold. I don't have ice in it. I've just got it like tap water, filtered water, which is probably like 73 degrees, and that's perfect. If it's too cold, it'll shock your body when you're hot and sweating. Room temp is good, or just a little cool. Look at those clouds behind me. That's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get in the sunshine there, huh? All right, I'm taking a break, so maybe y'all want to go take a break, get a cup of something to drink, maybe have some dinner. I'll be back. One way or another, I'll be back. Well, at least my plan is to be back. Unless the rapture happens, and then you won't even see this. All right. I was talking about my neighbor a few minutes ago, so watch my back, and he did leave just 5 minutes after that. But I think I'm gonna try and insert a clip in here. So if you look down this street here, let me put my drink down. I am taking a break, but I thought this would be interesting. So if you look down the street here, I'm gonna zoom. You see our neighbor across the street, their mailbox is a brick mailbox. It's laying on its side. It was knocked over the other day. And over here, that lady, her mailbox was also knocked over. In her front yard, you can see a couple of lamps, walkway lights there are laying on the ground. So I might put in a clip right here, but it has to do with our neighbor, and this would be interesting. I'm gonna probably have a little short video of what I'm about to put in, a separate video. But this guy, he needs help. I kind of feel bad for him in one sense, because I know he's got like brain damage or something. He's got some kind of psychosis or something. But I guess we can all pray for him. That's probably the best we can do. But I'm gonna put a clip in here, and then you might know a little more about what's been happening here. Yeah, that was the neighbor driving across two people's front yards, taking out a big heavy brick mailbox and a regular mailbox. Okay, all right, so I did take a break, probably for close to an hour. I was sitting down just relaxing and doing some things, and then I ended up coming back out here and doing some more work. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's where we're at. I started picking up some of the trash, a lot of the plastic pieces, and by the way, I gotta show you something that's pretty funny. I dug up, so far, there's about 4 or 5 different cars, the shovel. It looked like it was like a little burial ground for their toys over here. Over here in the flower bed area right up here, there's all those little toys are in there. So I don't know, maybe kids would play right here and then they just lost them in the dirt. But here's where we're at. We got this backfilled. I put the termite thing back there and kind of raised it up. It was a little too low. I got this filled in, and it's pretty well. I got a little hump in the middle, which I want. And this is a little low, but I think I'm gonna, once I rake these rocks back, it'll be okay. So this here I'm gonna just let sit for a few days, and then I'll end up probably temporarily putting some bricks, the paper bricks, in there to kind of fill in until we get that concrete poured. And watering the trees on this side right now. We have to dispose of the concrete there, but it's looking pretty good. I'm just going to do some raking here, and I think we'll be pretty close. See if I can set this thing to, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Let's see here. Give that a shot. Okay, I've got the lower part raked out up to the bush here. I'm gonna be raking the rest of this out now with the rocks. Okay. Okay, I just finished, and I just soaked my head under the hose, garden hose. That feels pretty good. Get rinsed off. Here in Arizona, where it's so dry, it's nice to get wet, and then when the air is blowing, it's real nice and cool. All right, so I'm going to show you what I did. All right, first off, I did spray this root ball off with the water hose a little bit to get some of the dirt off. Probably hit it again tomorrow, and then get more dirt off, and then take it away. Let's take a look at the yard. Here we go. Got the rocks back in place. I've got this kind of leveled out. I'm gonna end up putting these bricks back, and decorative bricks around here. But you know, got to finish the irrigation thing that I started. So here's got everything cleaned up now, brushed off and hosed off, and there's a patch of dirt right there, but that'll settle down and end up, after a few weeks, we'll rake it and it'll be good. Pretty well leveled out. Got a nice butterfly going on right here. He's a black and like purple. Let's see what we got here. Oh, he's trying to get away from me. All right, well, we got this all cleaned up. It's all cleaned up here. Cleaned up this area and here, and we are watering the trees over here, finishing that up. So I think we're done for today. Might have to do a little broom work right there for the rocks, but now we're back to, we have a yard again. Nice. And we have good water. Oh, here he came back. Butterfly is teasing me. Got good water pressure. That's one thing we noticed right away, was we have pretty good water pressure now. Okay guys, that's it for today. I will probably, this is a wrap for the Waterline break, but now I can pick back up the irrigation, so we'll pick that up here soon. All right, thanks. Okay guys, it's Friday evening, maybe 5:30 or so. I'm just putting a closing on this, I guess. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. And I wanted to just point something out to you right here. This is like my favorite verse. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me or gives me strength. Have a good one.